right. They don't even understand that you know, the way we grew up, you're supposed to spend no more than 10 or 20% of what you make. You know what I'm saying? So you can have something.
Just being with him everywhere, seeing nice things all the time since I was born. So I always knew that he was doing something. I mean, I don't know, it could have been anything. So I had a fun childhood, crazy childhood.
He was able to do it because, you know, like financially, I was supporting the idea, and I believe he could do it. He had moved to California and was working with acting coaches, and his dad didn't know that he was actually doing that.
Yeah. What's the best memory of 50 Cent?
Best memory of 50 Cent? Ever since I met 50 Cent, he's always been stand-up and probably the most truthful person I've ever met.
Lil Meech got Richard Millie's Chrome Heart jeans, 10,000. I buy some Chrome Hearts for 10,000. I might wear them shits for a month, bro.
Big Meech recently went off on 50 Cent, accusing him of turning his own son, Lil Meech, against him. The fallout between 50 and Big Meech began after Meech linked up with Rick Ross following his release from prison, dragging Lil Meech into the crossfire. First, Lil Meech tried to stay on 50's good side, expressing loyalty to him. However, both Lil Meech and his dad are now making it clear that their allegiance lies with Rick Ross. Big Meech is reportedly furious over 50 Cent's recent comments criticizing his parenting skills and accusing him of being a bad influence on Lil Meech, encouraging substance use and reckless spending. Now, the father-son duo appears to be plotting revenge against 50. Rumor has it they're teaming up with Rick Ross and Floyd Mayweather to produce their own version of the BMF show. However, fans are skeptical of this new alliance, warning that Big Meech and Lil Meech might end up getting scammed out of whatever money they have left. Many believe Ross and Floyd are unlikely to provide genuine help or support. The drama continues to escalate, but one thing's clear: Big Meech is determined to hit back at 50 Cent. As for what 50 said, he wasn't shy about accusing Big Meech of failing as a parent, claiming he's been a negative influence on Lil Meech. It looks like things are about to get even messier between these camps.
You know what I'm saying? From the hood to Hollywood, that you gotta have, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you getting it. You know what I'm saying? See, people never seen how I really put it down, because unless you're a part of that, I'm not gonna let you see that. The only thing you're gonna see is us enjoying ourselves. That's what you're supposed to see.
Big Meech is not letting 50 Cent disrespect his name. After 50 took shots at Meech's parenting and accused him of being a bad influence on his son, Lil Meech, the BMF kingpin, is now out for revenge. The drama started when 50 Cent cut ties with Lil Meech and hinted that the BMF show might be getting canceled. Lil Meech tried to smooth things over by reaching out to 50 directly, making it clear that the picture of Big Meech with Rick Ross, which sparked all this drama, was strictly business. Reportedly, Lil Meech messaged 50 saying, "F Ross, but he gave my dad some bread, so he can afford to pay his bills until our next season starts. This internet is throwing me off, man. You know me in real life," but 50 wasn't having it. He clapped back at Lil Meech, making it clear that his time on the show was over. "What next season, little ninja?" 50 replied. And he didn't stop there. In another post, 50 mocked Lil Meech for fumbling the bag, joking that his next gig would be on Love and Hip Hop. Atlanta, 50 wrote, "I'll give Mona Scott a call for him later today." But 50 wasn't done yet. He circled back to take shots at both Big Meech and Rick Ross, questioning their parenting skills and even bringing up old receipts. 50 pulled out throwback footage of Lil Meech with Ross' daughter, Toy Roberts, from back when they were dating. He used this to take more digs at Meech and Ross, pointing out that Rick Ross did nothing for the Flannery family while Big Meech was locked up. Why old boy didn't look out for him and send him to acting school. 50 wrote, "Big Screech, all your people that was out did nothing for him. You come home thinking you, the black Pablo Escobar, and effed him up. 50, then reminded everyone that he was the one holding down the Flannery family while Big Meech was behind bars." But according to 50, Lil Meech blew all the money he earned from the BMF show. "I helped your family make over $5 million legit dollars. "It's not my fault, it's all gone now," 50 said. Some fans initially criticized 50 for cutting off Lil Meech so quickly just because Big Meech linked up with Rick Ross. However, others defended 50, saying he had every right to feel betrayed after everything he did for the Flenory family. Even some industry figures weighed in on the situation. Boosie was one of them, and he made it clear he wasn't feeling how Lil Meech responded to 50 in that text message. According to Boosie, Meech was way too respectful, especially after 50 disrespected his father. Boosie said that if it had been him in that situation, he would have snapped on 50 for coming at his dad like that. The situation is still unfolding, but it's clear that tensions are at an all-time high. Big Meech seems determined to get back at 50, while 50 shows no signs of backing down. It looks like this beef is only getting started.
And Meech, bro, I don't know. Lil Meech, I ain't like his response. It seemed like he got a genuine kind of love for 50 on his response. But, you know, my response, bro, nigga, fuck you, nigga. Nigga, that's my daddy, nigga, fuck you, nigga. Nigga, let's go to war, nigga, fuck you. And everything you, nigga, fuck you. I don't know what Meech was on some, nigga, that's my paw, nigga, I don't give a fuck. Right, wrong, nigga, I don't give a fuck, nigga, is it? My son, nigga, you nigga, my nigga ain't gonna go against this grain. Fuck that. I was like, damn, you know, like, seemed like him and 50 got a, you know, cause after that then came out how Meech was talking all, you know, like, no, nigga, fuck all y'all. I'm with my dad, nigga, you know, I ain't like his.
50 Cent wasn't having it and quickly fired back at Boosie, claiming he's done way more for Lil Meech than Big Meech ever did. In response to Boosie's interview, 50 shared a clip with the caption, "I did more for Meech than anyone in his life, Boosie." That's why he responded like that. If he gets locked up, I'm the first person he calls. Bailed him out every time. But that's not even the whole story. 50 Cent also revealed that he once paid for Lil Meech to go to rehab after discovering he was hooked on whippets, also known as laughing gas. In another Instagram post, 50 explained why things went south between him, Big Meech, and Lil Meech, suggesting the real issue was jealousy. Specifically, Big Meech allegedly couldn't stand how close 50 and Lil Meech got while he was locked up. "I thought about it. I think he was uncomfortable with me and Meech's relationship. I'm telling Meech I don't want him doing stuff. And he's telling him he used to do X like it's cool. I tell Meech to chill, stop spending all your money. He's telling him how much money he blew," 50 wrote. He also spilled details about Lil Meech's rehab stay, revealing, "People don't know I had to send Meech to rehab. Russell Hornsby peeped. He was high AF on set, started throwing up at a weapons test. Then Ian told me the little dude had whippets in his truck. I said, what the F is whippets? I look and it's the SH *** they use in baby guns." Instead of backing off, Big Meech and Lil Meech are now doubling down and making some bold moves to spite 50. They've officially pledged their allegiance to Rick Ross, the same Ross Lil Meech swore he had no love for just weeks ago in his text to 50. But the drama doesn't stop there. The father-son duo is also teaming up with one of 50's biggest rivals, Floyd Mayweather. Recently, Lil Meech was spotted in Miami hanging out with Rick Ross and Floyd. To make sure 50 really felt it, Lil Meech posted photos with both of them captioned, "With real power," clearly referencing 50's Power franchise. Just days later, Lil Meech dropped another cryptic post on Instagram, this time showing him and Big Meech with Floyd, only captioned with a shushing face emoji, hinting they're cooking up something big. Now, rumors are swirling that Big Meech and Lil Meech are about to get into some sort of business deal with Floyd Mayweather. It looks like this feud is just heating up, And the father-son duo is determined to hit 50 where it hurts.
Well, Big Meech and Lil Meech looks like they are officially partners with Floyd Mayweather. Now, they're being very tight-lipped about the venture, but my guess is it is going to be big. Floyd Mayweather is a very, very competitive person, and he will pull out all the stops in his attempt to beat 50 Cent.
Right now, no one knows exactly what Big Meech and his son are planning with Floyd and Rick Ross, but rumors are swirling. Some reports suggest they might be working on a new show or movie about the Black Mafia family, separate from 50 Cent's BMF series on Starz. Interestingly, just a few weeks ago, Rick Ross himself announced his plans to produce his own BMF movie, fueling speculation about their next big move.
Yeah. So look, I do want to do a BMF film because you've been entertained by a lackluster, small budget series. Now it's time to do a big budget film. Which director? Shout out to my homie F. Gary Gray, Antoine Fuqua, what's up? Tarantino. It's a lot of legends. This is gonna be big. I can feel it. I'm just talking.
Here's the thing. Rick Ross might want to rethink his BMF movie plans because to make it happen, he'd need 50 Cent's approval. Sources close to the situation told TMZ that 50 owns the TV and film rights to the BMF story, and that's not changing anytime soon, despite the drama between him and Big Meech. On top of that, TMZ confirmed that 50's G-Unit film division is already moving forward, working on Tammy Cowan's life story to take the whole BMF saga to the next level. With 50 Cent actively expanding his BMF universe, Ross's movie idea might be dead on arrival. Now, many people are actually backing 50 and calling out Lil Meech for blowing what could have been the opportunity of a lifetime. Allegedly, Lil Meech went through all the money he made from BMF without investing or saving a single dime. Insiders claim he burned through millions in just a few years, splurging on designer clothes and flashy jewelry. Lil Meech hasn't exactly been low-key about his spending, either. He's been flexing on social media, posting photos of himself in custom Chrome Hearts jeans, and bragging about dropping $2 million on an iced-out watch.
Elliot charged me $200,000 just for this Cuban. This Cuban is like 1,100 grams. It's chunky, real big. I really can't have this on for longer than 3 or 4 hours. My neck started hurting. You know, you might find a regular Cuban for 50 or for 100 maybe, but it's 200 just for a kilo.
What's the pendant cost?
3 just for a pendant. Right here, this is Antarctica. It's the big boy. This is the pristine called it Antarctica. It's the chandelier. I might have seen DJ Khaled with this on. It's that big boy, you know.
How much does it go?
$2 million.
Lil Meech reportedly blew through $5 million on cars, clothes, and jewelry without making a single investment for his future. According to Tony Yayo, Meech was acting entitled, even telling people like Lil Baby they should hand over money to help Big Meech. To make matters worse, Yayo revealed that while Lil Meech was asking people for money, he was simultaneously dropping $100,000 on designer jeans, showing just how reckless his spending habits were.
You know, he's still awaiting his case.
Okay.
You know, he's still sitting in jail.
Right.
But recently, I had Day 26 come do my show.
I think I've seen some of that interview, yeah.
Right. So I started talking to him, and, you know, I started talking to Q from Day 26, and he's talking about how, you know, you have sober Diddy, and then you have high Diddy. And, you know, you kind of have a different person depending on who you catch on that day. And he starts talking about how he read this one email, and he couldn't go into the details, but it had something to do with sacrifices and so forth. And he started to cry. And then the rest of Day 26 started to cry. Like, that's never happened to me. I've had people cry in my interviews, but I've never seen a whole group of men start to cry at the same time.
I don't get it. I don't know why somebody would do that to.
So you gotta think mentally what them went through over there, the Danity Kings, the Day 26. Because for making you treating this artist like that, damn, that shit crazy.
What's even crazier is that Lil Meech admitted he was lost and had no direction when he first linked up with 50 Cent. But 50 saw potential in him, took him under his wing, and even paid for his acting lessons for 2 years. And let's be clear, 50 didn't have to do that. He could have easily hired someone with real experience and saved money. Instead, he chose to bet on Lil Meech, investing time and resources into his success.
I'm still trying to find myself. My dad was calling me from jail every day. He was like, man, what you gonna do? I'm like, shit, I don't know. I always knew I wanted to be my own person. It's just hard, to live up to my dad's name. And he called me one day, he's like, man, they looking at Terrence Howard and Nipsey Hussle. I don't know if you're gonna be able to play me, but you gotta go to acting class so you can get ready. So I met 50. 50 put me in acting classes for 2 years in LA. Invested in me, paid for the acting class. I had to go every day, two times a day, 5 days a week. In the morning, in the afternoon, come back home, study again, do the same thing the next day.
Wow,
but
a ball player.
Yeah, but I put in the work though. And it showed me that 50 couldn't get me the job. I had to get myself the job. My dad couldn't get me the job. They would have hired somebody else that already had acting experience. I had no experience. So I was coming from...
You'd think that after 50 Cent took a chance on Lil Meech and handed him the opportunity of a lifetime, Meech would have been extra careful not to mess it up. But it's almost like he assumed he could live the high life forever, with someone always handing him millions along the way. When the drama between 50 Cent and Big Meech first went down, fans were actually feeling sorry for Lil Meech. Many even came for 50, saying he was wrong for punishing Lil Meech over his dad's actions. But now the tide is turning. After Lil Meech started hanging out with Rick Ross and Floyd Mayweather and pretty much rubbing it in 50's face, people are starting to look at him sideways. It's not a good look, especially since just a few weeks ago, Lil Meech was publicly dissing Ross and swearing he was loyal to 50. And now, with all these new rumors about Big Meech and Lil Meech teaming up with Rick Ross and Floyd Mayweather for a BMF movie, fans are even more skeptical. A lot of people are saying this plan won't work because Big Meech already sold his life rights to Tammy Cowens, the same person who helped bring 50 Cent's BMF series to life on Starz. Legally, this means Big Meech doesn't even own his own story anymore. Tammy does. So if Big Meech and his son are trying to create their own version of the BMF story with Ross and Floyd, it's unclear how that's supposed to play out. Would they have to buy the rights back? Are they planning to go in a completely different direction with the story? Or is this all just a move to get back at 50 after the recent fallout? The whole situation has fans split. Some are still defending Lil Meech, while others feel like he's letting his dad and ego ruin what could have been a promising future. Was 50 Cent right about Big Meech being a bad influence on Lil Meech? And is teaming up with Rick Ross and Floyd Mayweather a smart business move or a disaster waiting to happen? Share your thoughts, and let's keep the conversation going.